Hello, everyone. Welcome back to ninth grade English with Miss Martinez. Today, we're going to be learning about Othello and the importance of the handkerchief. So, what is the handkerchief? In Othello, the handkerchief is a gift given to Desdemona by Othello as a symbol of his love. Throughout the play, we've seen the handkerchief be used to destroy Desdemona and Othello's relationship. Today, we will look at different quotes throughout the play that discuss the handkerchief, looking just at how important it was. So now, if you could please pause the video if you want to read this quote to catch up, and then I will go into the explanation for it. So this is a quote from Emilia. Here, she is explaining how happy she is that she has finally gotten the handkerchief for her husband. She understands how much Desdemona loves the handkerchief and how important it is to her, but takes it anyways. Emilia wants more than anything to please her husband. She explains that she doesn't know what he's going to do with it, but will give it to him anyways. All she wants is to make him happy. Emilia hopes that getting this handkerchief will make Iago happy and proud of her. So that's kind of what we see is going on throughout this quote. And again, feel free to pause if you need to read it again. But we can see the symbolism of how important the handkerchief is to Desdemona and how badly Emilia wanted it for Iago. So here's the next quote we will be looking at. And you can go ahead and pause again in order to read it and catch along. So during his soliloquy, Iago is explaining his plan for the handkerchief. He wants to put it in Cassio's room to make it look like him and Desdemona have been having an affair. Iago understands the importance of the handkerchief in Desdemona and Othello's relationship. By planning it in Cassio's room, he knows it will make Othello jealous and agree that Desdemona is having an affair. So this is a soliloquy from Iago, and he's kind of going in depth on what he wants to do with the handkerchief in order to use it to kind of get back at Othello and make him mad at Desdemona. So again, feel free to pause if you need to read it to catch up. Okay, and then this will be the final quote we're looking at. So again, feel free to pause if you need to read it. It'll be right here. So in this conversation, Desdemona is explaining to Emilia how important the handkerchief is. She's telling Emilia how important it is to her relationship that she finds it. Desdemona is saying how she would have rather lost so many other important things than her gift from Othello. This gift symbolizes his love for her. Desdemona knows that her losing it will make Othello jealous and upset. So throughout this quote, we can tell that Desdemona is very frantic. She really wants to find the handkerchief because she knows it's important to Othello and their relationship. So Emilia is kind of keeping from her that she took it, and you can kind of see a tear in their relationship, which will result in a tear in Desdemona and Othello's relationship. So again, feel free to pause if you need to catch up on the quote. Alrighty, and then I'm going to be going over what the homework is for today. So today we were able to learn about the importance of the handkerchief in Othello. For homework tonight, I'd like for you to write down in a few sentences why you think the handkerchief was so important to Othello. Tomorrow, we will get in groups and discuss our different thoughts so we can come up with one big answer as a class. Alrighty, so now we will be taking a look at what our classroom activities for our next class will be. So, our first classroom activity will be based on your homework. I will break you all off into small groups and you will all share the answers you wrote down. Together, you will create one final answer for why you think the handkerchief was so important to Othello. You will choose one representative from your groups to share the answer with the class. We will then vote on what answer we all agree with the most. The winning group will get to pick which music plays in the background while we listen in class. So I encourage you all to write down your best answers that you can, because whatever group wins will get to pick our background music for the class. So this will kind of be going in depth on why you think the handkerchief is important to Othello based on kind of the quotes we went over today and what you've read so far in the book. And then the second activity we'll be doing will be similar to the lesson I went over with you in class. I will give you another quote from the book discussing the handkerchief in Othello. You will then write a description on what is happening in the scene and how the handkerchief is involved and what the handkerchief symbolizes. After writing your answer, you will again go in your small groups to discuss everyone's different answers. So the quote you'll be analyzing is as follows. I'm going to go ahead and read it right now. And it says, "She told her while she kept it, 'twould make her amiable and subdue my father entirely to her love. But if she lost it, or made gift of it, my father's eye should hold her loathed, and his spirit should hunt after new fancies." So if you want to check for that in your book, here's going to be where it is right here, or you can pause and read it again here. Of course, we will be going over it in class as well, but that's the quote that you will be analyzing, so make sure you read over it in the text so you know the context of kind of what's happening and you're able to understand what's going on in this scene and what they're talking about. So those are going to be our 2 classroom activities. And that's all I have for today. So I hope you all enjoyed today's lesson and were able to learn something new. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at englishwithmissmartinez@school.com. I'm always here to help, and you are welcome to come early to our next class or stay after if in-person help is preferred. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. So I'll see you all next class, and I'll talk to you all later.